Got some breaking news out of Afghanistan. The Taliban has just released a British couple that was detained for nearly 8 months. It's been a long 8 months for them. Released today, Peter Reynolds and his wife, Barbie. The couple lived in Afghanistan for nearly 2 decades, but in February, the Taliban nabbed them with the allegation that they were breaking Afghan laws. Well, mediators in Qatar negotiated that release, and they are free. The pair is now getting medical checks and awaiting a flight back to the UK. Now, let's think about the timing of this. This comes in the wake of something President Trump said during remarks with the UK Prime Minister yesterday. He wants Afghanistan's Bagram air base back.
We're going to keep Bagram, the big air base, one of the biggest air bases in the world. We gave it to them for nothing. We're trying to get it back, by the way. Okay, that could be a little breaking news. We're trying to get it back because they need things from us. We want that base back. But one of the reasons we want the base is, as you know, it's an hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons.
Well, the comments come despite U.S. withdrawal from the country back in 2021. So CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata spoke with our Errol Barnett earlier today about the weight and the significance of Mr. Trump's statement.
He's criticized the Biden administration repeatedly for letting the base go. It's maybe a surprise that he mentioned it, sort of said breaking news, suggesting there's been some discussions, and sources that I've spoken to right after hearing that said, yeah, that's where it stands. They're discussing it. And I was there. As you said, I was at Bagram back in 2021 when the last shipping container was airlifted by chopper and the last of the U.S. forces pulled out. And it is enormous. It's huge. They're 2-mile-long airstrips. It sits in a corner of Afghanistan, not far from China, maybe not as close as the president would say, maybe 500 miles away. So there are all kinds of tactical reasons to want to get Bagram back. But it took more than 900 of those massive C-17 cargo planes to pull out. They destroyed a lot of the rest. The rest was handed over to the Afghan army, and as we now know, and this irks the president too, it's in the hands of the Taliban. So taking it back would be a huge military endeavor, let alone the force protection it would take. And the Taliban says, look, we're willing to talk to the United States, but any future military presence in Afghanistan is a no-go.
Okay, so two sides to every pancake. What's the Taliban saying? This is from their ambassador in Qatar about the United States. Pretty weighted statement on their side. If they want good relations, investment in Afghanistan, trade, normal diplomatic relations, they are welcome. But if they entertain covetous aims whatsoever, then they, speaking of the U.S., need to go through the history of Afghanistan once more, from the era of the British invasion down to the recent U.S. invasion. They will learn a lot. That is from the ambassador of the Taliban there in Qatar.